I'd say that running is challenging because you can always do something different with it. You can be in various fitness states. Sometimes I'm more out of shape during the year when it's closer to Christmas and the holidays. You can also run faster, practice your speed, or you can just run for distance. So there's always ways that you can make it challenging. I like running because it keeps me in shape. It's a good thing to do in my free time after work, helps me focus, regain my concentration, get stress out. I'd say that the sense of satisfaction or accomplishment that I get out of running is that you can see yourself grow in different ways, whether you're working on a specific area or training to do a specific thing. There was one point where I was training for a half marathon, and I started at a certain point where I could only run maybe about 3 miles at the time. But over time, I continued to run farther and then increase my speed on top of that. Then after I actually ran the race, I was able to see my time from that and actually finish it in a decent time and do well, and I felt really good about that. So I'd say there's an accomplishment in that, and that you can always improve in different aspects, whatever you want to get better at. Weather affects my running because sometimes it makes me not want to run. Sometimes it can be pouring down rain and I'll really want to go run outside. Other days I might get off of work, it's pouring down rain, and that is the last thing that I want to do. So I think that it can either encourage me or discourage me from running, or maybe how far I run. If it's 90 degrees out, I am not going to run as far, probably because I'm not training for that all the time, and that doesn't happen very often, at least in Washington. So it sort of affects how long I'm out there for. I might walk a little in between if I'm feeling lazy or it's too hot. If it's too cold, it's probably going to be a shorter run, unless if I've been running in the cold all winter and then I'm finally used to it and acclimated. The amount that I run depends on how often I'm training or if I'm doing something specific. I used to play a lot of co-ed soccer, so during that time I was running a lot more, probably 4 times a week, maybe 6 times a week if I had a lot of free time. So it sort of depends on if I have a specific goal or if I have a lot of free time that I need to kill, maybe during the winter 3 times a week, something like that, just to keep in shape and a good way to spend time. I like to run along the beach, along the water most of the time. Anywhere that has a good view. Sometimes I like to run in areas that have hills, but good sidewalk area. That's an important thing, to make sure that I can run safely and avoid cars or bicycles, things like that. I like to go places and run. I went to Austin, Texas for a 5K one time. That was fun, and doing a race like that is enjoyable to have lots of other people around you. Usually I like to run by myself versus with a group or other people. I like to go at my own pace, and I don't like to be pressured or have to run slower sometimes if you have friends that aren't at the same fitness level as you. I like to go my own speed. It's more relaxing for me that way most of the time.